Okay. I will take the point. I will take the point gladly. Now, this is the type of game where it was a very close game throughout the entire pace. It was a one-goal game. The Flyers battled back. They got the one goal late to tie it, and they earned themselves a point. And this is the type of point I will take. Yeah, sadly, it's a loss. You lost in the shootout to the New York Rangers. It sucks, but this is the type of game I'm happy with they got the point, especially under the circumstances that the Flyers are in currently. It's your first game in, what, a week and a half, and you have basically six of your top players missing because of COVID. You're losing Couturier, not Couturier, you're losing Giroux, you're losing Voracek, you're losing Konechny, you lost Lawton, and you lost Lindblom. And Braun's the other guy, but I really count those five forwards as your better players that are missing this game. So, under the circumstances, and honestly, I didn't think the Flyers played that bad with the lineup that they put out there. Yeah, there were definitely a lot of things that they could have done better, but you also got to factor in there could have been some rust. You haven't played a game in so long, and you're mixing up the lines. Some guys that are getting back into the lineup. Sam Morin playing his second game this season, and Andreev's playing his first game this season. Maxim Shushko, he's playing his first NHL game. So there's a couple of players there that haven't played either a game at all in the NHL or are suiting up for the first time this season. So, and also just the shuffling of the lines when you have guys like Michael Raffl and Nicolas Aube-Kubel on your second line, and then you also have to put Connor Bunham in with Nolan Patrick and other guys. So I'm not really expecting that, and also, yeah, Kasha was on Patrick's line as well. So it's also just like, I'm not expecting the world. I'm not. I'm taking it as it is. It was going to be a low-scoring game. I didn't expect the Flyers to get outrageous with the goal scoring. I didn't expect that whatsoever. You were off for a week and a half, and mainly your top goal scorers are out of the lineup. So this was going to be one of those grittier games, more defensively styled, low-scoring games. Carter Hart, you had him in net, and Carter Hart had himself a good game. He definitely did. And for people who want to blame him in the shootout, shut up. Just basically shut up. I'll get to that in a second when we get to the shootout. But Hart had a good game. And overall, like I said, I don't think the Flyers played bad for the players that were on the ice. They played a decent game. They did. Especially early on, really didn't expect this when you got the Kevin Hayes line out there, Nicolas Aube-Kubel, Michael Raffl, getting gritty, getting into the dirty areas, pucks scramble in front of the net, and Nicolas Aube-Kubel manages to put the biscuit in and just get that gritty goal and make it an early 1-0 lead. And it was like, okay, I didn't expect this. I'll take the 1-0 lead. So, and like I said, Nicolas Aube-Kubel had himself a very good game. And going into this game, Alain Vigneault, Kevin Hayes, all those guys were saying it's the next man up. We're missing all these people in the lineup. It's got to be the next man up. Nicolas Aube-Kubel took that to heart, and he scored the goal. And like I said, he had a really good game. And also other people that I thought had a pretty good game today. Sean Couturier had a good game. I would say Joel Farabee had a good game. I would say the defensemen too. Provorov had a great game. Myers had a good game. Sanheim had a really good game. Gustafsson, he had some moments where he made some good plays. He had some moments where he made some, oh my god, Eric Gustafsson moments. Robert Haig, same situation. He had some big hits, but he also made some plays. And Shane Gostisbehere was decent, I'll say. He didn't have a terrible game, definitely nowhere close to that. I think he had an okay game. But like I said, Provorov, Myers, Sanheim, those guys had really good games. They were making great defensive plays. Yeah, they would cough the puck up a little bit, but they would get back, they would make up for their mistakes, and make the right play. So, you get the 1-0 lead early, and the one thing, that I think should have been better in this game, even though, like I said, you're missing the top guys, you go over 5 on the power play. And yes, your top guys aren't there, who are normally on the power play, aren't in this game. When you have to rely on guys like Michael Raffl on the power play, when Nolan Patrick really doesn't get that much top power play time. Same thing with Joel Farabee, also Eric Gustafsson. So, it was a little bit of, I guess, just pick who's going to go out there and just see what you can do. And the Flyers actually, on their first power play, had a really nice chance from Kevin Hayes. He just slingshot a pass all the way down the ice, and Michael Raffl managed to get around the defensemen that were going into the zone, and he got a breakaway for himself. He Georgiev barely got his pad on it. It was like just this close from going under his leg and into the net, so it's a nice save by Georgiev, but a fantastic play stretch pass by Kevin Hayes in order to get Michael Raffle into that position to make that play. So that was probably their best overall power play chance of the night. But like I said, the power play, really just abysmal. You would definitely like something to get cracked there just because you had 5 on the night. Same thing. There's also one thing that would maybe need to be better too, and this is also like going back to the past few games as well. The Flyers, even though this is your first game back in a week and a half, I can understand that why there's a little bit of rust, a little one too many penalties, especially when the Rangers got their first couple of power plays in the game. The refs called 2 penalties at once, one on Robert Hague, one on Andy Andreoff. So basically, the Rangers went on a 5-on-3. Thank God they did take a penalty during that power play, so it eventually turned into a 4-on-3, which the Flyers got a little bit of power play time at the end of the first period. But I would say overall, the Flyers had a really good jump to this game. They were winning puck battles. They were getting into the greasy areas. They were like, the one problem with this game overall is that it's been the same issue basically the entire season, not getting enough shots on net. But it felt like the Flyers were getting zone possession and they were trying to take shots, but it was either the shots missed the net or the shots got blocked. Because the Rangers in this game, they had 27 blocked shots, and I think the Flyers had 10 plus missed shots that just weren't on net in general. So I think the Flyers had like 50 plus shot attempts in this game. So I think 2/3 of those were blocked, and the other third was missing the net entirely. So 22 shots, yeah, it definitely has to be better. But I wouldn't say it's from a lack of effort. They were trying to get pucks on net. The Rangers were just doing a good job of blocking them. But also, you got to say, you want to get those pucks through. And Georgiev, there were moments where he wasn't going to test it a lot during this game, so you definitely want to get those shots through when a goaltender is not facing that much. And Georgiev, the Rangers in general, they haven't been that good this season. The goaltending hasn't been good. The overall team play hasn't been good. Artemi Panarin just got back into the lineup after missing the past few games. The Rangers head coach called out their play their last game against the Devils for not showing that much effort. I would say that the Rangers, they played a much better game. They got better as the game went along. But I would say overall, this was a way better game. And like I said, the Flyers took those 2 penalties by Hagen and Dreyoff going into the end of the period. And the Flyers also, too, they had some odd man rushes. Couturier and Farabee had an odd man rush. Joel Farabee. It was mainly like the line of Farabee, JVR, and Coots that were getting the odd man rushes. You had a 2-on-1 with JVR and Farabee. Coots and Farabee, too. Farabee had a shot off, and I think it hit the outside of the post. So Georgiev did have to make the big saves when he was able to. And so you go into the second period. You kill off those 2 penalties that were at the end. You start off with a power play, but then you eventually don't do anything on that power play, and you take a penalty early in that second period. You get a hooking on Ivan Provorov, and then the Rangers go to business. And originally, the Flyers were killing off the penalty, but you get a little bit of a shot from the point by Buchnevich, and it gets deflected by Blackwell, and it's a 1-1 game. It was a really good deflection, went right through Carter Hart, can't do anything about that. And that's where the Rangers really started to get their game going. They were getting their legs, they were making the better plays, but there were definitely moments where the Flyers struggled to get the puck out of the zone. They were turning the puck over, and it was just some of those instances that we've seen throughout the entire season. And like I said, the Flyers not having their best lineup out there. I still think they did a pretty decent job. I would say just the penalties, they need to be better. And also during this second period, there was a breakaway for Buchnevich, and Ivan Provorov just did the babyest slash on his hands. And Buchnevich managed to get the backhand on Carter Hart, and Carter Hart made a fantastic save on that as well. But the refs still elected to call a penalty shot, and the refs were just all over the place this game. They were calling penalty after penalty after penalty on both sides. That's why both teams had 5 power plays in this game. But that wasn't a penalty shot. Buchnevich managed to get the puck on net. Provorov really didn't infracture his shot. He still managed to get the backhand off cleanly, and Carter Hart made the save. It was basically, okay, you managed to get your shot off on the breakaway, but here's a redo, because Provorov took a penalty on you. But thank God Carter Hart would manage to make the save, a really good blocker save on the penalty shot. So I guess no harm done. But it wasn't a penalty shot. And like I said, Flyers, they need to take more shots. First period, they're outshot 11-6. Second period, they're outshot 12-7. The Flyers had a couple of chances in the second period. They did have a couple of power plays, but they really didn't do anything on those power plays as well. It just felt like they were, when they had the chances to set up something on the power play, either the person they were passing to wasn't ready for the pass, or they were on their off wing where their stick just wasn't in the right place. The puck would go to the boards, and then the Rangers would clear the puck out. Just really not that many, I would guess, clean chances on the power play, if you know what I mean. So you go to the third period, and then basically it's more of just back and forth style the entire game. I would say the Rangers had more of the upper hand, and it looked like Panarin, he was starting to get his legs going much more as the game went along. And then you saw in the third period, the Flyers are struggling to get the puck out of the zone once again. You see Artemi Panarin coming off of the bench. He rushes into the zone, and that's the first line out there. You got Panarin, you got Strome, and you also got Brendan Smith. So Panarin comes off of the bench. He forces the turnover. They get the puck onto the net. Carter Hart puts the rebound to the right side. Not the perfect place to rebound because it goes right to Panarin, and he threads the pass right through the defender's skates, right to Brendan Smith, who has a wide open net. Carter Hart tries to flail to get to the puck, but wide open net for Brendan Smith, and it's a 2-1 Rangers lead. So, like I said, the Rangers getting more chances as the period was going along. The Flyers, they were getting their chances as well. And then you go towards the end of the period where you have to pull Carter Hart. Flyers get a couple of face-offs here and there. They draw an offensive zone face-off. And also, even before the end of the period, before I even get way ahead of myself, there were some chances to tie the game before the Flyers eventually did. You have Provorov wide open in the left circle trying to take the shot. Can't do anything. You got Kevin Hayes maybe trying to do one too many dangles, trying to get the puck into the zone, break the defense a little bit to get on net. And just like I said, it felt like they were doing the top guys, the guys that were trying to step up. It felt like they were doing one too many things, if you know what I mean. So we go to the end of the game, the end of the third period, and great overall chance. You get the shot from the point that goes off the boards. Flyers are scrambling around a little bit. The puck goes onto the net. It's a scramble, mad scramble, and Joel Farabee, as Georgiev is going into the net. I'll say that right there. Georgiev is going into the net. Joel Farabee finds the loose puck, puts it in there. The Rangers were complaining a little bit because I don't know if they were complaining for a penalty or they were complaining that the net was off, but the puck was in. Georgiev was in the net. You clearly saw the puck went in, and the Flyers tied the game at 2. And a little bit of an adventure. At the end of the third period, in the final 30 seconds, the Flyers really struggled to get the puck out of the zone. They really did. A little bit of an adventure. But hey, they managed to get it to overtime, and you got a point. You got the point, and overtime mostly controlled by the Rangers. The Rangers had majority of the chances. The best Flyers chance during that entire overtime was a Sean Couturier wraparound that almost went in, but Georgiev got over to make the save. But then once again, the Rangers, they're pressuring in the Flyers zone. You get a very nice pass from Capo Caco over the Buchnevich, who's wide open right in front of Carter Hart. And you got Nolan Patrick hustling to get back, and he hooks Buchnevich to draw a penalty. So the Rangers go on the power play for, I would say almost with around like 2.5 minutes left in this period. So they go to the power play, and they're making some setups. The Flyers on this penalty kill were actually really good on this penalty kill, but Panarin had his chances. Carter had to come up with some saves. Mika Zibanejad, he fanned on a couple of shots. He broke his stick on one of them, and Zibanejad really hasn't had that best start to the season like he did last year. It's really just been a tale of 2 seasons for him. Just really hasn't got the puck luck, and it basically showcased on that power play. He fanned on a couple of them. Carter Hart made a nice save on one of his shots, and overall, it was a good penalty kill by the Flyers. And they managed to kill off the rest of the overtime, and you went into the shootout. Kevin Hayes, honestly, I thought he was going to beat Georgiev, but Georgiev got the nice poke check there to get in the way of Hayes' little dangle, and it almost went in, but Georgiev got his toe on it. So it would have been nice if that puck went in, but no harm done. No harm done, I guess. And then you get Capo Caco coming in. I feel like Hart is in a good spot. Caco just put a great shot on net. He just found the hole, and he just put a great shot in, and it was a goal. It's a 1-0 Ranger lead in the shootout. Yeah, Sean Couturier coming in here with speed. He does a little bit of dangles back and forth, and then he goes forehand past Georgiev, and he just hangs onto the net a little bit. and he ties the shootout there. One really nice move by Couturier. But then you get Artemi Panarin, who is, I think the announcer said he was, I think Jackson said that he was like 60 something, 64, 65, 66% or something like that in the shootout. So I was like, oh God, there's probably going to be a goal here. So, and that's exactly what happened. Panarin comes down the way. Panarin doing what he normally does a little dangle, little silky smooth, just puts it right under Carter Hart with a nice simple wrister, and it's a 2-1 Rangers lead in the shootout. Get JVR coming up the ice as the last Flyers shooter. It's really, when you go into the shootout and you don't have your top players like Drew, like Voracek, like Konechny, you're really going down the bunch. Even though a guy like Couturier, he can definitely score in the shootout. I honestly would have liked to see Joel Farabee maybe get that last chance, but JVR's been hot this season, so I can understand why Alain Vigneault gave him that chance in the shootout. But comes down the ice, puts the shot on net, Georgiev makes a save, and the Rangers win the game 3-2. But like I said, definitely a much-deserved point for the Flyers. I know there's definitely some people saying that, oh, this game was a must-win, must-2 point. It's not. Hard-fought game. It was a close battle throughout the entire thing. You tied it late. You got a well-deserved point. You got a point when you don't have 6 of your top guys in the lineup. Well, honestly, I'll say 5 of your top guys because I don't think Justin Braun is one of your top guys. So, scratch Justin Braun. You're missing 5 of your top guys in the lineup. And you managed to get the point in this game. I will take that any day of the week. Are there definitely some issues that I have with this game? Yes. The power play definitely would like to cash in, like to get more shots on net. Honestly, I think Nolan Patrick needed to have a better game. He didn't play that good, honestly. He made some turnovers. It looked like he just, I would say, didn't have any confidence in this game, didn't really step up that much in this game. And he also took that penalty in the overtime. I don't want to nitpick on Nolan Patrick, but I feel like he overall didn't have that good of a game. But, hey, you got the point. I will take that any day of the week. I don't know why I'm stuttering. I have no idea why I'm stuttering. So, Flyers get the point. They lose in the shootout 3-2. And now they will go on the road tomorrow to Lake Tahoe for Sunday's outdoor game against the Boston Bruins, where the Flyers still won't have their top guys in the lineup. They're still going to be missing Claude Giroux, Jake Voracek, Travis Konechny, Scott Law, and Oscar Lindblom against the Boston Bruins, who are a completely healthy team. And the Flyers have already played the Bruins 4 times this season, and have gotten embarrassed in majority of those games. So if you've gotten embarrassed in majority of your games against Boston this year with your full healthy lineup, how is that going to fare out when you don't have a full healthy lineup? I don't know. But still, the rink in Lake Tahoe looks absolutely beautiful. It's definitely going to be a great atmosphere. Hopefully, it could be a good game. I'm just praying to the hockey gods. Can you just give the Flyers a break and just let it be a good game? Do not let it be an eyesore. Do not let it be an embarrassment, because that's my just one hope. I just want the game to be at least decent to watch. So, that's something definitely to look forward to. The outdoor game on Sunday. I think they moved it to 2 o'clock instead of 3. I'm not sure why they did that, but it's a 2 o'clock game now. They face the Boston Bruins. Definitely going to be very interesting. So, it's going to do it for this video. Flyers get the point in the shootout against the Rangers. They lose 3-2. So I want to hear your thoughts on this game. Thoughts on the Flyers' performance without their top guys in the lineup. I want to hear your thoughts. So don't forget to leave your comment down in the comment section below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to check out the Painted Lines, which I am a part of. Their links will be in the description below. Don't forget to check out the Florida Podcast merchandise website. That link will also be in the description below. Thank you for tuning into this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next time.